Okay, so today I'm going to present you the causes of the involvement of US in the Vietnam War. Can you send the slide, please? So first I'm going to present you the historical context, so the Vietnam War, the causes, and finally the end of the US involvement. So the Vietnam War began with in 1955 or 1960 until the 30th of April 1975. So it was during the Cold War era, and it was the North Vietnam with the Soviet Union, China and other communist countries against South of Vietnam with US and others anti-communist countries. So we can see here the south of Vietnam and the north of Vietnam. So in 1954, there was the Geneva Conference. So it's the conference where Indochina was separated in 4 parts. So in Cambodia, Laos, north of Vietnam, so the communists, and South Vietnam more with the US. At the beginning of the 1960s, the Viet Cong, that is a guerrilla organization of communists, started to enter in the south of Vietnam to spread the communism and try to unify the Vietnam in just one country. So Kennedy, that was the president of US in this period, said that if the communism took control of the Vietnam, it will take control of Laos, Cambodia, and all these Indochina parts. In 1964, in the Gulf of Tonkin, there was an accident. 2 destroyers that are American boats exchanged gunfire with 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats. So yeah, it's the first when it's the incident that provoked the massive military involvement of US in the Vietnam War. And Lyndon Johnson, that is the successor of Kennedy, supported even more this involvement. And finally, in 1973, in the Paris Peace Accords, US declared the end of his involvement in the Vietnam War, and so it's the first war that they lost against the communists. And in 1975, North Vietnam won the war, and in 1976, the Vietnam was unified and independent. That's all. So now there's a few questions for you. First one: which countries did fight during the Vietnam War?
So there is the communism countries like China, against
which part of Vietnam?
the north of Vietnam, and in the